going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash of Clans. Today, I want to share a strategy that's been dominating for us over in Red Elite at Town Hall 11 on 11 triple. It's basically a simple strategy. This is the shell that you're going to want to be using right now on the screen. It is 21 balloons, 3 lava hounds, and 8 bowlers. It's the 8-21-3 method, and basically this is the shell again of the army, and it's not much. It's actually a lot of a shell. It's 230 out of the 240 capacity. To fill things in, you can use one more baby dragon for funneling, or if you don't need the funneling, we're going to talk about both situations in this video. You can use balloons. For the last spell, you can see you're going to be using the wall breakers and the jump spell to access the core of the base with the kill squad. You can use, if you don't want to bring 6 wall breakers, a couple minions for cleanup, and of course for the last spell you can use a rage spell, or you can use a freeze. You could even use a heal spell depending on the base that you're hitting. So again guys, this is the army. It's pretty basic. It's so effective though. It's definitely my favorite 3-star composition. I can certainly speak for all the 11s in Red Elite, because this is like what we're seeing #1 in terms of a great army composition that can consistently get you 3 stars if it's a well-planned attack. We're going to talk about how to hit trophy bases as well as anti-3-star bases. But let's start out with this base here by ER Lifesaver. Matter of fact, both of the attacks, the first attacks, are going to be by ER Lifesaver. He goes in there using the Barbarian King to distract the defenses, allow those wall breakers to bust open the perimeter of the base, and here comes all the bowlers. The Grand Warden and both heroes uses the Eternal Tome ability, always on the kill squad with this method. Use one of your rage spells, and then a little bit unfortunate there that the CC troops locked onto the bowlers, but either way, what you're going to want to do with this strategy is start deploying the BOLALOON phase of the attack before the Archer Queen and the Grand Warden die. What's going to happen is, unlike a Queen Walk or a Queen Charge, your Queen is going to be the last to die along with the Grand Warden, so you can get additional value out of those heroes while the Lava Hound and the Balloons start to tank for them as they progress through the base. And then the BOLALOON portion is pretty simple. No matter what type of base you're hitting, you're basically wanting to paint the map with your haste spells. Make sure you haste in all the right areas. Pre-plan your haste spells and your rage spell, and of course your freeze spell. Maybe ER could have held back 1 or 2 balloons to distract this last wizard tower. Either way, didn't even need it. The Queen and the Grand Warden are still alive here, so we will fast forward to the end of the 3-star attack. But basically, you see how simple it is, guys. When you use the Eternal Tome ability on the kill squad with the 8 bowlers, you're just getting a ton of value for really only 8 bowler space as far as actual army troops that you're using on top of the wall breakers. So again, here it is, coming in from the south, ER Lifesaver again, just establishing the funnel with the baby dragons. This time, again, bringing 2 baby dragons, nice and easy. Make sure those bowlers go exactly where you want them to. Entering the core of the base, gonna go ahead and drop a little bit of a late poison here on the clan castle using the Eternal Tome ability, and hopefully taking out both of these Inferno Towers. Not the best base here with the Inferno Towers really close together like that. It's gonna be very, very tempting for an attacker to get a ton of value out of the kill squad like ER Lifesaver is, and this is actually fun to watch here. If you move your attention here quickly to the Grand Warden, you'll see that he locks onto the Inferno Tower. Hopefully ER, or ER was hoping, I should say, to get both of those Inferno Towers easily with the kill squad. It wasn't necessarily easy, but the Grand Warden versus Inferno Tower right now is going on, and just narrowly the Grand Warden is going to be able to finish the job with the help of 1 or 2 lava pups. Now there's still a ton of balloons still left alive, I think 10 or 11 balloons at this point, using his last haste spell in a nice smart area, making sure those balloons quickly get to that wizard tower, take it down, while the other 2 or 3 balloons take down the last air defense, and that's going to be it. Still 8 or 9 balloons left on the board. Maybe would have been able to take out that Inferno Tower had the Grand Warden not finished it off there. Either way, very nice attack here, again, by ER Lifesaver. This was a 6-pack for ER at Town Hall 11, something the ER is quite used to. So moving on to KJ Beast Mode, hitting up this base that's a little bit of a spread out anti-3-star base design. Not super popular in the current meta. Maybe that's why it's being used by the clan farming heaven, I don't know. But either way, you can really take advantage of a base design like this. Again, bringing all those haste spells, using the kill squad to get a ton of value. Here comes the Eternal Tome ability, protecting the entire kill squad while they eat up that rage spell as well, digging through the clan castle troops. And here comes the air portion of the raid a little bit earlier here in KJ Beast Mode's variation. And you'll notice he only brought one baby dragon, opted for the extra balloons. The reason being pretty obvious. Didn't need the extra baby dragon to establish a funnel when there was no units on the perimeter of the base from the area that he entered in up in the northwest. So again, basically just going ahead and using those haste spells in as a strategic location as possible, possibly just a hair early on that freeze spell. But look at this beautiful haste spell there, bringing those balloons really quickly into that second and final Inferno Tower. And then the Lava Hounds, I should have mentioned this earlier here, but the Lava Hounds in this strategy are all going to be deployed on top of your first air defense. It's a little bit less technical of a deployment when it comes from the Lava Hounds and the balloons than you see in a traditional Go La Loon, Go Lava, La Loon deployment where you're working, you know, counterclockwise or clockwise and you're trickling in the balloons. This is a little bit more spammy, so it should be easier to pick up on. This is a great practice army, or I should say a great army that you can practice using friendly challenges too. You can get the hang of it really quickly. Now this time, this attack by DJ against another, well, I was going to say a ring base. The first base that we took a look at was really a ring base. This is not a ring base, but either way, DJ is going to go ahead and establish a quick funnel here using the haste spell on those first two balloons coming in around 2-3 o'clock there. Has to make sure he takes out those army camps in the gold mines as in the north as well and the east to make sure the bowlers funnel directly into the core towards that archer queen there. So here comes the wall breakers busting through, Grand Warden down, gonna make sure he drops. So those bowlers a little bit to the left there, or to the north I should say, that way they can take out this archer tower. They'll funnel right back into the center of the base because the army camp is too far away to distract them. So here comes the Eternal Tome ability again, a lot of value again out of that kill squad. As soon as the kill squad starts dying out here, the Barbarian King dead, most of the bowlers are dead. He's going to go ahead and get right into the second half of the attack. This one is going to be a little bit different in terms of the deployment of the balloons. DJ, against this space, you can see it's kind of begging for people to hold off on the balloons and then just kind of trickle them in from the side, as you're seeing right now. So here he comes into the core of the base. Archer Queen going to lock onto that Inferno Tower, helped by the balloons at this point. Archer Queen will stay alive, which is always a nice thing. Here comes the balloons into the core, taking down the Eagle Artillery, and looking really good at this point. Again, deploying all those Lava Hounds on the very first air defense allows you the luxury of time to protect your balloons and wait till the Lava Hound, your tank, is moving ahead with the raid onto the next air defense. Then you can trickle in more balloons. So you can see done very well here. Again, maybe could have held off a few balloons if you see a wizard tower in the very opposite direction that your raid is starting. You can go ahead and hit on the back end with a few balloons to distract. So guys, that's gonna do it today. I wish you a ton of success with this strategy. Special shout out to DJ, KJ Beast Mode, and ER Lifesaver. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just wanted to thank you all for watching, and as always, take care, guys.